I was born and raised in Weslaco in a low-income family, and I was a public school kid who basically relied upon a strong foundation that my parents gave me. They didn't have a lot of money, but they taught us how to read when we were 3. They bought us a lot of books. They took us to the public library. And essentially, I realized that education was going to be the way for me to get out of poverty. And so when I was 18 years old, I had seen a lot of struggles in my family, and I decided that I should go to medical school because that way I could ensure that I could help my family, and then at the same time I'd be able to help patients, obviously. So I decided, let me do this. I passed 10 AP exams, so I thought, let me maximize that. And I went to UT Pan American because I was going to get a lot of credits there, and I could get through in 2 years. So I was able to accomplish that, and I went to medical school when I was 20 at the University of Texas Medical Branch in Galveston. And then after that, went to my emergency medicine residency in Philadelphia. And I was all done at 27, so I was able to come back fairly quickly so I could help my family. And probably the biggest accomplishment for me has been the ability to help my family, relieve some stress, pay some bills for my family. I still support my mom now. And I also have been going to law school, started that in 2022, and I'll be done this semester. I think I have a wealth of knowledge and experience, both being a low-income kid, relying upon public education, relying upon programs like WIC. Obviously, everything that I've done as far as emergency medicine, law school, and I think I'm the type of person that would be able to really enact change through being in Congress.
Second question. Well, that you've sort of answered it, but so why are you running?
Yes.
Why specifically for this congressional seat?
There's a lot, but I think one thing is paying it forward. I benefited from a lot of programs, public education, the public library, WIC, scholarships, loans, Pell Grants, and I want other people to have the opportunity that I had. And also, I think we need a very smart and serious representative. I don't really see that in Monica de la Cruz, and I know that I'm the smart, serious representative that we need and we deserve. I'm also a very creative thinker, very innovative person, and I think I'm the type of person that isn't just going to be a follower. I'm going to be a leader, and I'm going to create bills that maybe no one else could come up with.
And next question, what is your platform? What are the issues that you're running on?
Yeah, so we have 3 core issues. Number 1 is the economy. Healthcare is the next issue, and then education. So the economy is very important because obviously it affects everyone, and in particular right now, it's not great for most people. And maybe it's great if you own a lot of stocks, but that's not most of us. You know, we need the tariffs to be dialed down and be a lot smarter. We need a federal living wage, and this economy here in the district needs to be a lot more diverse. We need to have a lot more opportunities so that people don't have to go out and work on the oil rigs or truck drive to get a good job. And on healthcare, it's a huge mess. It's unaffordable for most people at this point. Even people who have health insurance are struggling because the deductibles are so high, the premiums are so high. So I think we need to have a buy into Medicare option for most people. And I also think we need a lot more attending physicians, a lot more residents, a lot more medical school seats. And I think in this district, in particular in Hidalgo, we need a county hospital as well. And then as far as education, for me, that's huge because I feel that education is the reason that I am where I am today. So I think we need to strengthen our public education. I think we need to continue to have opportunities for our kids. And we need to fight a Trump administration that is very anti-education and is actively hurting the people in our district, the kids in our district.
As you are a medical doctor, does that tell us that healthcare would be like your number 1 issues? Certainly, perhaps the issue you know best.
So I think the economy is my number 1 issue, but it's easier for me to talk about healthcare, obviously, because of the wealth of the experience that I have with healthcare.
And so you're out on the campaign trail. It seems early, but you have announced. What are you hearing from voters?
So I'm hearing that they're very concerned about the economy. They're also very concerned about immigration and our civil rights. So I absolutely care about other issues as well. We're going to focus on our 3 core issues, but I have told people that I'm going to fight on all the issues. So I'm going to fight for immigration. Well, I want to clarify that. I want to fight the Trump administration's tactics with immigration right now. I don't think that they're right. I think he's very cruel. He's very racist. And I think we do need to fight that. And there are a lot of civil rights issues, freedom of speech issues too, that I'm wanting to fight for as well. But I do want to focus mostly on the kitchen table issues, because I feel like if we don't focus on those, we can't even get to the table. So if I can't get elected, then I can't help with any.
And those are the issues you're hearing from the voters as you knock on the doors or have your town hall meetings?
Yeah, I think mostly economy and immigration, civil rights at this point.
And my 5th and final question today, anything else you'd like to add?
I think that I'm a really strong candidate. I hope that people go to my website and my podcast to learn more about me, drcuellarforcongress.com. And then we have a podcast called Campaign de Cuellar. I feel like this is something very different that we're doing with the podcast. It's to show people more about me, kind of like expand on the issues. And we're also taking questions, so that way people can really interact with us and I can really get deep on the issues that they care about.
Where can we find the podcast and how frequently do you do it?
So the podcast is on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, Amazon, iHeart, and probably any other platform that carries podcasts. And we're hoping to do it weekly. Sometimes with things being so busy, it may not happen a certain week. But in general, we're going to do a weekly podcast. And it's pretty digestible, less than 20 minutes or so, because people are pretty busy. And they probably don't want to hear us every week for an hour.
And I thought of one more question. I said anything else you'd like to add, just very quickly. How did you feel that kickoff event went in Weslaco? It was a good crowd.
Yeah.
They seemed very encouraging.
I think it went well. I feel like my speech was well received. There were a few times when people clapped and were very excited. So I thought that was very motivating and reassuring. So hopefully we can continue that throughout the campaign, continue to motivate people, continue to inspire.